Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. And now that James Comey, the former director of the FBI, has been indicted, well, it looks like George Soros is next. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. President Donald Trump wasn't kidding when he said he's intent on crushing his enemies. But I think it's more about the enemies of the Republic, the enemies of the United States. And I put George Soros at the tippy top of that list, not because he's a liberal, not because he's a Democrat, that's fine. But the causes this man supports directly, negatively, in my opinion, affect the United States and our safety. Woke DAs who won't prosecute real crimes, he supports them. Open borders, he supports it. He supports things that caused chaos and anarchy in our country. And now they're looking at one group in particular that says it's for Palestinian aid, but which the United States government says has ties to terrorism and has been funding these radical cells in the Middle East. Well, Soros is directly behind that. And if that's the case, and all this is true, well then, and I'm going to have a lot of fun saying this for the next 4 years, nobody is above the law. Isn't that right, Georgie Porgy? I want you guys to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
He doesn't like.
And we're going to look into Soros because I think it's a RICO case against him.
I've been speaking to the Attorney General about bringing RICO against some of the people that you've been reading about that have been putting up millions and millions of dollars for agitation.
Now, today, the New York Times reported that Trump's Justice Department has started to actually push prosecutors to investigate Soros. Quote, a senior Justice Department official has instructed more than a half dozen U.S. attorneys' offices to draft plans to investigate a group funded by George Soros. The official's directive, a copy of which was viewed by the New York Times, goes as far as to list possible charges prosecutors could file. Possible charges include racketeering, arson, wire fraud, and material support for terrorism. And the prosecutions of even more Trump enemies may already be underway. A report from Reuters indicates that senior DOJ officials may also be looking to charge former National Security Advisor John Bolton, a month after the FBI conducted a raid on his home. CNN reports that some of the Department of Justice's political leadership see a potential Bolton charge as a way to placate the president, which is quite a telling description. Joining me now is MSNBC senior White House correspondent Vaughn Hilliard. Vaughn, obviously a lot happened today. I mean, Comey was indicted. There was reporting about targeting the Soros Foundation I just mentioned, reporting about a possible charge against John Bolton. It feels very much like this is just the beginning, and there feels outside like there's an effort to push a lot of this forward quite quickly. But what is your sense, and what are you hearing from your sources in the White House?
Right, and this is where the question here of where all of this would end would ultimately go.